Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha. Now the alphas all want these subservient husbands. You can't have one.
No. That ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead. Boy, you done got me canceled how many times in this program? Where's the camera? I didn't write nothing I said tonight.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
It is more about them.
Now, a woman that got a job walk, with security. Am I right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? They walk in the nightclub going, honey, I don't give a fuck, I don't meet nobody nowhere. Because I'm going to the credit union tomorrow. I don't need nobody to tell me shit. I buy my own damn shit. That's right. And that's the kind I want to meet.
Man, yes, sir.
Liquor license?
A what?
A liquor license. Was she a dyke, a lesbian?
Leroy! You're gonna hate man.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? Shut up! I can't hear you. Shut up!
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Read my lips. You ain't no player.
Just let it go. Read, dog.
Okay? Don't ever.
I cannot believe it.
You're just a flightless bird.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. Class is in session. Now, you look through the internet and you see nothing but confidence. Where's that confidence come from? It comes from hiding, deception. Hiding what? In today's class, you'll find out. Now, I want you guys, you've all seen it before. You go to the store. It could be the grocery store. It could be the convenience store. It could be the supermarket. It could be anywhere. And you notice these women, some women, you be like, oh, she got a sexy little mustache. But you never say sexy beard. But sometimes you see these women with beards and things like that. And you need to know what it is. Say, yo, that woman has PCOS. And you stare at her. You look at her. You make sure that she knows that you're looking at her beard. And a lot of women, they've been upset about that stuff their whole lives. And what we say about these women, especially black women, they spend a lot of money trying to fake you brothers out. You hear me? So we're going to go through this whole little class. We will do some questions. And, for the most part, put bitches in their place, because the only reason we do this is because women have gotten numb. We say, yo, you deleting all the babies. They're like, so what? We say, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. They say, so what? So we have to go to these different levels to really sit these bitches down. Obviously, we hope that this stuff takes off, but if it ever does, we'll be the ones that have the work out there already. And I'll tell you why. It's this guy way back when brothers first started traveling, Sly. He travels the world. But I remember when he first started, way back, he was going to Colombia and stuff like that. After that, he just started going everywhere. And he went to Iran like last year or something before all this stuff happened. His video only had like 20,000 views or 25,000 views. After the Iran war and stuff like that, that man video ballooned to 500,000 in a month. And all he does is he just goes through wherever he's traveling. He just walks through, talks to the people, eats some food, do all of these type of things. So when you put content out, you never know. Never know when it's going to pop. What we know over here is we are ahead of the game. You hear me? And the reason why we are ahead of the game, because, see, they want us to talk about these sort of issues with the woman's quote-unquote reproductive system in a nice way. And we do. And we say, hey, we want to help women not tear themselves up too early. But we also say, no, they're using this in practice to, you know, deceive men. Fuck all the other shit. So that's why we do these classes, yo. I have so much set up. Oh, hold on. Damn Navy. The Navy guys are jumping off the Gerald Ford. Roadbook Bernie, what's good, son? Important Claire. I like that. I like the new logo and everything. We just want everybody to know, yo, when you see a woman with that sexy mustache, when you see a woman with that beard, when you see a woman, I don't even know if you niggas get close to women anymore, but before we used to get close to women and you can rub your face up against her face. If you feel something rough, you like, God damn. Brother Key had a great weekend. What about you guys? I think I had a horrible weekend, Key, but nothing to complain about. I had an outright horrible weekend, man. Nothing that, you know, nothing too bad. But I believe I could have had more fun. I like it, Bernie. Let's go.
So a lot of y'all don't know, but I got PCOS. I can grow beard. You know what I'm saying? People call me sir, shit like that. I can't help it. Did I ask for PCOS? No. Did I want PCOS? Didn't know what that means until, years down the line when I started figuring out why I'm growing facial hair? Also signs. 50-50 chance I might have kids. The second time, my motherfucking period, it's not regular. I tell you about the facial hair? Yeah, facial. It's a lot. The mood swings, the bipolarness, the emotion, the mentally and physically. So much for PCOS, man. But welcome to my journey. I'm going to show y'all about me.
Yeah, Key. You see what it is? Don't get scared, brother. You see what this is.
To all my women that's battling PCOS, I just want to say you are beautiful, love. And today, I'm going to sing you a song, okay? All right, brace yourself. Get ready, okay? All right. You are beautiful.
Remember, Key, I want you to laugh because it ain't funny. Now, remember, Key, she's singing to the women with PCOS. What does that mean? They got bad pussy. Why, Prince? Because other women don't have it, and they're mad that they do have it. So, when you say, yo, men make women stressed, when men give women low self-esteem, men are the cause of anything with a bitch. We're going to say, nah, he's only taking responsibility for like 1% of that. The rest of that is you, sis. And guess what? They know it. That's why. And I'm telling you why. That's why. And I didn't see this video, but that's why this woman is singing to the women with bad pussy. Because they're willing to hide it from me, Key and Bernie. They're willing to hide the fact that they got bad pussy from us so we can't sing it to you. You're beautiful with your bad pussy.
All right, brace yourself. Get ready, okay? All right. You are beautiful in every kind of way. Words can bring you down.
You'll never see this anywhere else, players. You'll never see this anywhere else because they don't want you to know this, that they need all this boosting of their self-esteem because of their box. Let's go.
No matter what they say, words can bring you down. So don't bring it.
You ain't gonna see stuff like that, players. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I just want you guys to know you are not to blame. You are not to blame of anything dealing with these sisters. You hear me? Now, I also want y'all to know one other thing. The women that I'm showing you right now are of the rainbow community. This is rainbow.
This is probably way too niche, but are there any other masked lesbians that can grow facial hair?
Yo, one love to that nigga and the rest of my players.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? I can't hear you.
Well, back in the building. Bernie and Key in the building.
Leroy! It's interesting to think that maybe if I were a straight woman, I'd be paying someone thousands of dollars to burn the hair follicles off my face. Maybe if I were trans, this would be something that would be desirable, maybe.
If I was a straight woman, I would be like the rest of these dumb bitches burning all this hair off my face because men would know that I'm not as good as the others. But this is a rainbow woman. She stud. She's happy that she grows a beard and her pussy is bad. Let's go.
Hair follicles off my face. Maybe if I were trans, this would be something that would be desirable, maybe. But as a cis masked lesbian, this is more just like a fascinating, quirky thing that my body does. To be clear, this for me.
She said, class, we got a question, class. She said it's a fascinating, quirky thing that her body does. Class, is she lying? Class, she said it's a fascinating, quirky thing that her body does. Is she lying? Talk to me.
This is more just like a fascinating, quirky thing that my body does. To be clear, this for me is a symptom of high testosterone, which I do take seriously. It's just that the symptom doesn't bother me that much. To be fair, I do shave. I just don't mind being scruffy for a few days. I might be wrong on this, and let me know if I am, but I just don't think women care as much. Not being.
Oh, they care, honey. Oh, they care. She is lying. Yes, sir. And like I said, it's just the beginning, man. We coming off the weekend. We got to make sure we give these, give this work. Because the reason why I'm doing the PCR, I was at the store yesterday in the hood, right? And so this, old heavyset Jamaican woman comes in. Don't give a damn. She got the beard out. I'm looking at her strong. Like, yo, boo, I know you got this PCOS. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to understand you, which I mean, not me, but I'm just saying she is fucked up. What's going on here? Hold on.
Guys, I went to this lesbian meetup and it was such a horrible experience. And I just wanted to post about it because I don't know if I'm crazy, but I just wanted to vent. But basically, so I have been like trying to meet more queer community. I'm in like central Illinois.
My fault.
I had somebody so rude ask me, "Oh, what's wrong with your chin?" Guess what? There's a such thing called polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, okay? If you're going to make fun of somebody in their face, make sure you know and are educated about diseases, syndromes, things that are...
Pay attention, class. If you're going to make fun about these women, make sure you know what you're talking about. That's why the fuck I'm here. So men can know what you're talking about when you talk down if somebody bothers you or tries to pick at you. Okay? She gave you the okay, guys. Before you talk about a woman, know what you're talking about. I know that you guys know what you're talking about.
Oh, what's wrong with your chin? Guess what? There's a such thing called polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, okay? If you're going to make fun of somebody in their face, make sure you know and are educated about diseases, syndromes, things that affect women.
So all I was trying to tell y'all guys, every time I tell y'all something, what do? Laugh at me. And then when I let the women tell you what it is, everything the prince says is solid gold when it comes to box. No, I don't know wealth and all this stuff, but I do know box, okay? And you guys laugh at me thinking I don't know what I'm talking about. The woman says, long as you know what you're talking about, and I've showed you guys many times over and over, when the women trap the man, he gets to talk his shit. Yo, you don't trap us. We know about your box already. You don't got to worry about laying no trap down.
If you're going to make fun of somebody in their face, make sure you know and are educated about diseases, syndromes, things that affect women before you just start asking insensitive questions. Because with polycystic ovarian syndrome, it elevates your testosterone and causes you to have facial hair. It causes discoloration in your skin. It causes infertility, and the list can go on. So please be educated. PCOS is not something that just doesn't exist. Facial hair comes in many different ways and on many different people. Okay? Stop being insensitive.
Visible body hair isn't the best.
So rude.
So there you have it, guys. There you have it. My ex from 2010 had that facial hair problem. We used to argue, and she was dead set on walking around with heavy stubbles. Glad I woke up from the desperation and dumped her. Shit is fucked up. It's only because, yo, we don't care if you're a good person or if we choose you, we're going to see what's good with you. But once we can't tell you nothing, you don't give a damn how you carry it. We don't rock with that. Oh yeah, let me show you this weird shit before we move on.
Yo, what's up, ladies? How are y'all? Gentlemen, I don't know who watches it, but anyways, so to my ladies with PCOS, what's up? I'm joining the club. What's that? Recently found out I had PCOS. I mean, was a little disappointed, but I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But so what I've noticed recently has been I'm always like a hungry person. I'm always snacking. I'm always eating normally. But lately, it's been on like a constant fucking eating. Like, so I'm confused on why I'm so hungry. Because throughout this whole video, I want to eat. I just devour the food, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But so ladies, I want to know, am I the only one out here struggling with this, like, eating? Like I want to eat all the time, like, repeatedly, all day, all night. One day, I was going to wake up on my sleep to eat. I was like, nah, bitch, go your ass to sleep. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like, go your ass to sleep, stay your ass to sleep, you better not get up. No, it's too fucking cold. Why are we waking up? What is it? Why is it that we're waking up? I don't get it. Please, explain to me why we're getting up. No, can't do that. But yeah, like, can somebody please explain this to me? Because I am very confused. I'm so hungry all the time. Like, I eat all the time. All the time. Makes no sense. So what I really want to know is, like, is it like a side effect of PCOS?
I just want you brothers to understand what's happening. And I told y'all, one time, because I had thought, like, way back, I had thought them girls, because some girls got real thick beards or whatever, rainbow girls. And I had thought that, they got the, either the, a fake beard or, did something. Until you realize, nah, if they really don't shave, This is what happens to the black woman. So think about it. If they never put on a wig and they never shave, what the hell we would have? And people don't want to go that far because there are other women that don't have the condition. But at that point, we would most certainly be more picky, right, guys? we'd be way more picky if we knew who they was.
I've looked into it a little bit. I've been too busy to even just look into it, honestly. But I feel like,
Yo, over here we show you the real women. We don't play this fake woman shit because we all know they fake. All of you brothers, if you're not from this class, you're aware that women put on fake body parts. No, we go into the core of the fakeness, okay? And when you go to that core, you say, well, damn, ain't none of these women really happy.
I feel like connecting with other women that do have PCOS would be better to like not experience, but like kind of talk with other women about it and their situations and what they go through with dealing with PCOS. So hit a nigga up or hit a bitch up and let me know what's going on. Like, am I the only one out here with the eating disorder? Like, I'm not saying eating disorder because it's not an eating disorder.
And that's the whole thing that I teach you guys. Is she the only one that's fucked up out here? Because she don't know. You see? And this is a, rainbow. She's happy to look like a dude, but also when it comes to that box and the pains and the stuff like that she was born with, she got from her mama, she's asking, yo, does anybody else go through this? Well, over here, we know.
Is it just me? Because I'm sitting here like, hey, Pig, you need to stop eating so much because we going to be back where we was at, and we're not trying to go back there. Like, bitch don't want to be that. Like, a nigga, like, we wants to be slim. Okay, slim. Okay, like, very slim. Like I said, I'm not to offend anybody because
DSO don't know. DSO don't think this is a girl. Once again, guys, niggas always laughing at me. See what I'm saying, guys? I try to be real. I am a box investigator. So are you guys. But y'all seem to still always laugh at the professor. And I'll be like, yo, this shit. I'll be like, yo, this shit ain't funny. I'll be like, don't y'all niggas laugh. This your sister. Don't laugh at your sister. And niggas still laugh at me, man.
With a high, like not necessarily obesity, but overweight issues, and I totally understand because I was in that boat. I was literally in that boat for like a long time. Like I gained so much weight, and I cannot get it down. Like until I stopped eating meat. Then that's when it kind of came down, and like I kind of watched my diet a little bit. Then like my weight subsided, and I worked out, and I started working out and stuff. But yeah, like, can somebody please explain to me because this mango? I'm sorry.
We not doing that. You lesbian bitch. Unbelievable, son. But remember, guys, we don't talk about body count, character. We don't give a damn. We know where you really fucked up, sister. We know what men are really dealing with when it comes to you. Y'all thought that bitch was ugly. Look at this bitch.
Told my boyfriend I had hirsutism.
Now, you will hear a woman say, she suffers from hirsutism. You'll hear a woman say she suffers from hirsutism. You say, well, sis, how could you suffer from hirsutism? PCOS. Okay, guys? And like I always tell you guys, this bitch look like Booker T from the WWE. They always want you guys to, deal with that shit. Hirsutism. Yeah, hirsutism. Hirsutism. Right. Hirsutism. Right. Thank you, brother. Hirsutism. Yo, guys, when you go down this damn box rabbit hole, you start dealing with words and things you ain't never, ever. It ain't my fault I can't pronounce all this shit. I'm doing my best, but I got my players, Son Welbeck, and all the rest of my class. We are classmates. We help each other. Key says, what the fuck is hirsutism? What the fuck is hirsutism? How do you get hirsutism? PCOS, son. You in class. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Before we go, I got this for y'all today. I'm hooking y'all up, class. I got this for y'all today. I got that real work. Bubble in the real work. Got that real work for you niggas, B. You hear me? You gonna get this work.
Real quick, we've been dating for a year, and I was like, why am I doing this? I don't even want to be out here like this for real. I ain't want to be on TikTok telling y'all this, but it just is what it is. Maybe hopefully somebody just regain their confidence. Just 'cause, I think I hit that shit a little too hard. I can't even talk to y'all. I gotta make this quick because I'm floating, y'all. Okay, so look. So we dating, and we've been dating for almost a year now. And in the beginning, you want to make sure, you put your best foot forward, right? You don't want your mama coming out the woodwork to me. I taught you better than that.
When you're dating, remember, guys, everything we talk about in class, we could cover different subjects. It's always the same mindset. They meet a man, they don't tell him. What does that mean? That man does not have the Pussycat Facts report. So what does that mean? They have the opportunity to make you fall in love and care. Even if you don't fall in love, you care about if something's happening to the bitch because you didn't know.
Okay, so look. So we dating, and we've been dating for almost a year now. And in the beginning, you want to make...
So she's going to wait a whole year to tell you guys, that bitch is infertile. She's waiting a whole year to tell you, unless you have the Pussycat Facts report. Let's go.
I think I hit that shit a little too hard. I can't even talk to y'all. I gotta make this quick because I'm floating, y'all. Okay, so look. So we dating, and we've been dating for almost a year now. And in the beginning, you want to make sure, you put your best foot forward, right? You don't want your mama coming out the woodwork to me. I taught you better than that. So I made sure everything was smooth and proper and all of that. And, I noticed that sometimes he would look down, I made sure there was no hair there, but I noticed sometimes that he would look down as if to say she grows hair there. Because I'm dark, so obviously it's darker hair. So, you already know what's going on. So a couple times, we hung out. I kind of caught him maybe look down a couple times, but I would feel embarrassed about it. But he
all right. Let's do it then. Fuck it. Let's do it. Niggas want to be disrespectful. Let's do it. I think she looks like Booker T. Platt thinks she looks like Jizza. That nigga thinks she looked like Osteen. Keith think the bitch look like ODB. Some of the ugliest men in our community. Freddie Gibbs. Yo, the nigga said the bitch look like Freddie Gibbs. Yo, I believe Booker T. So-and-so believe ODB. Disagreeable Freddie Gibbs. That nigga say Oskino from Philly. What was the other one? Jizza from Wu-Tang. Nigga said Freddie Gibbs. Bitch look like a dark-skinned Keith Murray. Yo, that's fucked up. Yo, y'all niggas, man. Damn. Freddie Gibbs. That bitch got that Booker T. When Booker T shave his beard.
When I told my boyfriend I had hirsutism. Real quick, we've been dating for a year, and I was like, why am I doing this? I don't even want to be out here like this for real. I ain't want to be on TikTok telling y'all this, but it just is what it is. Maybe hopefully somebody just regain their confidence. Just because I think I hit that shit a little too hard. I can't even talk to y'all. I gotta make this quick because I'm floating, y'all. Okay, so look. So we dating, And we've been dating for almost a year now. And in the beginning, you want to make sure you put your best foot forward, right? You don't want your mama coming out the woodwork to I'll taught you better than that. So I made sure everything was like, smooth and proper and all that. And, I noticed that like sometimes he would look down, like, I made sure there was no hair there, but like I noticed sometimes that he would look down like as if to say like she grows hair there. Because I mean, I'm dark, so like obviously it's darker hair. So,
Ma'am.
You already know what's going on. So a couple times, we hung out. I kind of caught him like, maybe like look down a couple times, but like I would feel embarrassed about it. But he never made me feel embarrassed about it. And I didn't bring it up. So when I finally did decide to bring it up, I was like, yo, you gotta tell him, like, if you're gonna go forward, you can't be feeling insecure in this. So you gotta just do what you gotta do. So, oops, shit. So I told him, I was like, look, I have a condition that makes me, it gives me some unwanted symptoms and like, side effects or whatever. And
so she waited for a whole year to sit down and tell that man, yo, I have this condition that gives me some unwanted symptoms.
And he was like, I already know you, Harry. Like, I already know. And like, just like the relief that came over me, you know what I mean? Like for me, it was all in my head. Like, and that's what PCOS does to you. It takes away your confidence. Even though, you may be pretty, you may.
See how she's trying to sneak that PCOS in there? Right. You have a condition that makes you grow hair. So that's why I told you guys, when you're out and about, when you see bitches with that pretty mustache, as you may say, or, look like she got bumps or shaves or acne and things like that, she got PCOS.
Symptoms and like, side effects or whatever. And he was like, I already know you, Harry. Like, I already know. And like, just like the relief that came over me, you know what I mean? Like for me, it was all in my head. Like, and that's what PCOS does to you. It takes away your confidence. Even though, you may be pretty, you just feel, because society tells you that this shouldn't happen. And when society tells you that this shouldn't happen, it is.
What shouldn't happen, boo?
It breaks your.
Dang. Bitch got gray, and she get older. She got the gray ones coming in.
Confidence. And then.
Son. That's why niggas don't be kissing no more. Yeah, black men are suffering. That's all. Listen, that's all we have been ever trying to tell everybody. It's just that guys are arguing from the Old Testament. And bitches, what do bitches do? Kevin told you they will try everything to hide and wear certain things and get butt lifts and everything to fake and go get electric. Matter of fact, see, y'all gonna piss me off. Don't piss me off, please. I'm trying to be nice here, man. I'm trying to do a regular class. Don't do this, man. I'm trying to just do a regular class. But if you guys, don't believe me and want to laugh at me, then I get a little upset and I got to show you stuff you don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? Got to show you stuff.
Well,
to get rid of it is expensive. You know what I mean? So like you kind of just have to go through life like just dealing with it. So like shout out to all my girls that's really like going through this hirsutism shit. It's really real. And fellas, if you have a lady that's hairy like this, just love on her because she really going through it, y'all. For real. Like shout out to all my fellas or all my ladies that have a lady. Anybody out there that is going through this, that's in a relationship with somebody that's going through this, and it's tough on us, but we good. We're gonna be all right.
And why did she say that? Because she got behind every bad pussy is a good man. And I keep telling y'all, men give these bitches the ability to have swag. You hear me? Men give these bitches swag. You heard? Remember that. That's why, think about it. This ugly ass bitch got swag.
And another wild thing is that, like, niggas don't even be caring for real.
Niggas don't even be caring for real. True, but A man don't care about you for the most part. Like I say, men could even think that your mustache is sexy. But tell the whole story. Don't wait for a year. Say, look, I got this pussy that problems with my reproductive system. And you're trying to say it as a victim instead of saying, look, I got a problem with my reproductive system. You can shoot the club up. Like I'm very unlikely to get pregnant. So I could definitely be everything that you desire from a sexual object standpoint. And I also want to show you that I could care about you in other ways, but having a baby, no. So if you're gonna love me, you need to have that choice. What would that do? That's the same thing that when women say, hey, if you're gonna cheat on me, tell me. Right. That's why we don't tell you, and that's the reason why you don't tell men about why your hair is growing, because you won't get the same treatment. Simple as that. Niggas don't be caring, no. Niggas don't be knowing. Black men's standards are in the dumpster. Yeah, but what I'm trying, see, I don't look at it like that. Or I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 because what I would like, if I had the world my way, Black women would not be able to wear wigs, and they won't be able to I gotta let them shave a little bit. But if it was up to me, they wouldn't shave it all. So they wouldn't be able to wear wigs and they wouldn't be able to shave it all, right? And what that would do, that would make sure that we know who the bitches are that don't have to do that. Same thing like the Pussycat Facts report. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know other bitches don't grow that shit. And what these bitches try to do is hide all this shit to make us believe that they're like the regular bitches that we want. We will always be clowning, but bitch, you got a beard and you bald headed, or you got rice for a fucking hair curler. You got some fucking nerve. But we don't get to do that because they all get to lie and shit. So they want to play that game. So we made the Pussycat Facts report because we know that you can play and move the goalposts on everything else. And you're even doing it with the Pussycat Facts report. But a year later, he don't care that your pussy ain't shit. Why? After you fucked them down to the ground, you fuck your nasty ass pussy. Unbelievable.
Tough on us, but we good. We're gonna be all right. And another wild thing is that, like, niggas don't even be caring for real. He ain't care. He ain't care at all. I had a boyfriend even help me. Like, yo, you missed the spot. Let me help you with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
ma'am, that's not a flex. He was clowning you. Ma'am, that is not a flex.
Care. He ain't care at all. I had a boyfriend even help me. Like, yo, you missed the spot. Let me help you with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, girls, like, I ain't trying to say walk around here with a full Rick Ross.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying walk around here with your natural. Men want you to go natural in every way possible so we can weed your ass out from the good women. See, because we know you ain't growing that beard for nothing. We know it's because you're pussy. See that? And, you know, that's just the stuff that you ain't going to never get. But this is the real deal. I'm giving you guys the real. A Booker T, ODB, Oskino, Jezza, Freddie Gibbs looking bitch.
Even though sometimes I do in the house. But, you know, the right dude gonna love you for you. The right dude gonna love you for you. And if there's any vain dudes out there, if he make you feel bad about it or he make you feel uncomfortable about it, fuck him.
There you go, guys. I know y'all don't want to hear it. Look, it's just the truth, homie. Nobody's stopping these women from telling you, look, I ain't shit. And if a nigga don't like it, fuck them.
You grow facial hairs. I repeat, if you grow facial hairs, I'm talking chin, lip, you name it, anywhere. This is for you. So this is a facial hair remover.
See, she's not as ugly as the other girl, so she get the lie.
The cooling term is if you feel a burning sensation after you wipe this off. You can still apply it even if you don't feel a burning sensation. But I leave this on my face for 5 to 10 minutes. Do not go over 10 minutes, I repeat. And I say that firmly because you will feel a burning sensation. But this is the hair that came off. I've been using this for months now, and I love it. And it gets all the hair off my face without me having to pluck and get all type of bumps and everything. But as you can see, my face has improved, and I'll leave it.
Just trying to help, guys.
Okay, let's get ready for the game because I finally have some.
Just trying to help, guys. I don't want to get too rough with it. It is rough, though.
Come and take a camera flash. Every game amazing. Card game crazy.
We'll just have a little fun. This is what your black woman goes through, just to come out and try to fleece your ass or say no to your ass, either one. Either one, homie. Either one, my brothers. So, class, what we're learning here is that you can go on the streets and you can spot women with PCOS anytime you want to.
Wax on here in a minute. I know I look crazy right now, but I just thought I'd film a little waxing video for you guys. So I mentioned it before on here, but I do have PCOS. Why do I look bald right here? I think it's just the way I parted my hair. Oh, that's gonna distract me. Oh my god. I don't know, don't pay attention to that. Anyways, so I mentioned it on here before, but I have PCOS. I've never gotten blood tested officially, but I've had basically one period a year since.
I had one period a year. Ma'am, that's not a flex. But more importantly, you are my sister, and black men care about you. Why won't you tell the men that you're having sex with this so we can get your ass looked at? Oh, because you get to shave and everything. Oh, God. Come on, God. Is there a damn cure or not? We never got down to that. Yes, we did. But being that you question me, I got that work for you today. Okay? I got it, brother. Let me play this while I get my tea. I got that work. I'm wondering, was it on that one or was it over here where I had it? I actually had that today. So that you brothers can really, really see. Is there a cure? Woo, brothers. I'll say it like this. People call PCOS the diabetes of the ovaries. People call PCOS the diabetes of the ovaries. I know you guys never heard a term like that, so it's fascinating that the King Disagreeable let me help you guys with a new term. Diabetes of the ovaries is what they call PCOS.
First started getting them. Well, it used to be like 2 to 3, and now I don't get my period at all, really. I did get it last month for the first time in 2 years, and I've gone on birth control before, and I was getting a period for a while, but then that stopped working, so I just got off the birth control. I don't know. Anyways, I also deal with the facial hair part of it too.
I did get laser though on my face. So it's not as like prominent as it used to be, thank goodness. But you guys, if you know about laser hair removal, you know that it's not really permanent. It's like, it just reduces your hair pretty much. I do still get hair up on top of my lip and then on my chin. And recently I've been seeing hairs. I'm filming this with my front camera, so probably can't see very well. But like I've been getting hairs like here, here, and this is actually making me nervous because like I do not want like hair to be growing on this part of my face. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but yeah, there's hair growing like here. So I don't know if that just comes with age. So I'm thinking about getting laser again, like another round of laser. Yeah, I'm just putting baby powder all over. Where should I start off first with? My upper lip? There's definitely too much wax on the stick. That was very messy. I'm getting tired. I went to school today. Then I had dance practice.
Damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. Yeah. They talk about you black men like, no, guys, we try to keep ourselves as good as we could, man. We do. I mean, we ain't got to do all this fake shit. We ain't got to do all this. Ma'am, you're doing this so people could think you're girly, even though you act like a fucking gladiator. Yeah.
Oh, I look crazy. Because I'm using the front camera, you guys probably won't be able to see anything. Some hairs did come off though. The upper lip hairs are definitely not as pronounced, prominent. I don't know what word to use. Oh, I got a few hairs. I feel like this video is not going to be that satisfying, but I just want to chat with you guys a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I'm probably going to get laser again as soon as I can. I also need to wax my armpits tonight. And I waxed, you know, although I don't really do a Brazilian because, I don't know, I just feel like it's unnecessary. And I don't get why it's kind of like the standard, to be honest.
As you can hear, the bitch is batshit crazy. Everything is for you guys, though. That's the only thing you guys don't understand. They do everything for you niggas. Shave their beard, get electric, wax Brazilian, get a BBL, get a blood transfusion, play game. They do everything for you guys. Everything. 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 All for you niggas, son. All for you niggas, man. All for you niggas. You'll never believe it. You'll never believe it. It's all for you players.
Pictures, but I used to have spots on my chin, around here, the sideburns. I used to have spots, and they are gone now. So sometimes you'll get spots from hormonal acne or ingrown hair. Laser hair removal has done wonders. All of those are gone. I don't have any spots. So I know it can be a bit pricey, but you can do your research and find clinics that are not so high-end. I did my research and I found a clinic close to me, which is a local clinic, not a high-end clinic. So
It's not so pricey, and that's what I've been using. After a while, like maybe 6 to 8 or 9 sessions, you don't really need to do it often again. You can just do touch-up sessions, maybe once or twice per year. No, I recently evaluated my hormones, and the one that is out of whack is the adrenaline. They call it the DHEA sulfate hormone. That is the one that is out of whack, which affects your adrenaline glands. So if you have PCOS,
you niggas get it. You niggas get it. So today we're talking about PCOS, and a lot of times it's called hirsutism. So if a woman try to tell you, yeah, I got this hirsutism, you know, back in your mind, you know, she got PCOS, okay? You don't got to worry about it. Because a lot of times these women are just try to tell you anything. You're like, nah.
the people that like to see other people wax. Okay? Y'all ready? Here we go. Start with my eyebrow. Really not that much on there. I'm gonna try it again. Okay. Not do upper lip.
Yo, what old video? What old video, pimpin'?
I can't believe they did it. This is just real-time reaction.
What old video?
Up to this appointment. Yes, I know there's crusty, dusty stuff on my face. I'll explain that in a second. Make an appointment, or you thought you did. You show up, you put all your stuff on beforehand. It's an electrolysis appointment. If this video finds you and you're not on PCOS TikTok, I have hirsutism and I grow hair off my face, so I go and get it permanently removed via electrolysis, and it can be a little painful, so I put on some numbing cream. So I show up to the appointment. I'm like calling, and I'm like, why is she answering? That's so weird. And then she calls me. She's like, hey, girl, I'm with the client right now. Apparently, I didn't actually book myself. I thought I did. Put it on my schedule as I thought I did.
So you need to understand that, hey, why is she doing that? Why wouldn't she just let her face hair grow? It's for you guys. She wants you guys to think she's as good as regular women who don't have that pussy condition. You understand me?
With PCOS about 5 years ago. And one of the biggest indicators that led to my diagnosis was hirsutism, or hair on my face, excessive hair growth on my back. It can be anywhere, but for me, those were the two places. And I went back and forth with shaving, waxing, laser hair removal, you name it, and I've tried it. But today I had my second appointment for electrolysis, and electrolysis is quite literally life-changing. I cannot believe I went almost 10 years of my adult life not knowing how life-changing this would be. So if you're anyone you know is struggling with, excessive facial hair growth, look into electrolysis. It is the only FDA.
There you go, guys. Just trying to keep you informed on what's going on behind the scenes when these women step up to you, okay?
You are still valuable anyway. You deserve love.
Pay attention. When your box go bad, pay attention. When the box goes bad, other women tend to pray with other women. Your box goes bad. Girl, you are still something, girl. Girl, you know you more than that, girl. But that's all they lead with. See, because they know that men don't know that their box is fucked up and that they have pep and prayer sessions, you know.
So valuable anyway. You deserve love anyway. And who's going to love you more or better than yourself? I really wanted to kind of not open up, but like be a little bit more transparent, not just for me personally, but just my beliefs in a sense. I don't know. This video is, I just kind of wanted to talk about like being confident and maintaining your confidence and not getting so down on yourself when you have PCOS. It's bad enough. Like, we as women already have a hard time being confident with all of the beauty standards.
Listen, guys, these bald-headed, big growing bitches already got a problem with the beauty standards. All right? Now, that's outside the body. So she says, well, I'm going to be vulnerable and tell you about the inside of the body, on how that plays an effect on my mental health. So I just deal with a lot as a black woman. Sis, why wouldn't you just be with a man? I've seen an ugly ass woman have a man that dealt with her bad box, and she has all the swag in the world. Why you want to be so independent and you know your box is failing?
I just kind of wanted to talk about like being confident and maintaining your confidence and not getting so down on yourself when you have PCOS. It's bad enough. Like, we as women already have a hard time being confident with all of the beauty standards and mom shaming and just looking down on one another for various aspects, and having to not only meet the standards of other women, but meet the standards of men too. So we're already like beating ourselves up confidence wise. When you have PCOS, it's just so easy to just feel inadequate, and nobody should feel like that.
Class. Is PCOS the only thing that makes the women feel inadequate? Class, is PCOS the only thing that makes women feel inadequate? And once you answer that, then you will know, well, damn, they are inadequate about a lot of things. No, we just talking about stuff involving the box. Yeah, Prince, they're inadequate about a lot of things involving the box, because I know PCOS is not the only thing that makes them feel this way.
So let's talk about it. First things first, yes, I am in a robe. No, I am not doing another lingerie video. I genuinely just didn't feel like getting dressed. I took a shower. I washed my hair. I look like a wet dog. But I don't care. I didn't feel like getting dressed. And this robe makes me feel pretty. So I wore it. So the first thing I do want to say, and this might rub some people the wrong way, so I'm going to try to say it the best way that I can. Your value as a woman, your worth, should never be based on someone else. And that might sound really obvious, or like it's easy to agree with. But
right. Are you taking any questions, ma'am? What year did you come up with that? Was it the year that you found out your box went bad? What year? Year 1, year 2? Because you can't grow up like that as a woman. You must grow up as a woman, especially before you don't get any money. You must grow up knowing that your box is the value. Your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. So what year did you come up with this? Nobody else should give a damn about your bad pussy.
I say it the best way that I can. Your value as a woman, your worth, should never be based on someone else. And that might sound really obvious, or like it's easy to agree with, but we do it all the time. And I made a TikTok about this, but I need to be clearer, okay? You are not more valuable by becoming somebody's wife. You are not more valuable by being somebody's mother. Your value.
There you go, guys. We don't make this stuff up. They are programmed to think like that about black men. They are programmed. And now what? She got to stand on it because her pussy can't convert. Unbelievable. And she knows that as many other black women that's dealing with that.
Is based on you. You determine what your value is. You determine what your worth is. You don't suddenly become more of a woman because you're a wife. And that sounds so obvious, but how many times do you hear women go, oh, I'm somebody's wife. Oh, I can't do that because I'm somebody's wife. Or I'm married now. or they talk down on another woman for not being able to keep a man. You know, those types of things. And it's like we say we don't place our value on men, and yet we do little things like that. We say things like that. Men aren't walking around talking about, oh, I'm somebody's husband. Men don't do that. So why do we do that? For what? And don't get me wrong, I think marriage is a beautiful thing, but it.
Yeah, how did we get into this story? How did we get into this story, fellas? Players, how did we get into this story? That's a question. As a matter of fact, that's a question. Players, how did men get into the story of a woman with PCOS? How? How?
It doesn't change your value as a person. I love my husband. He's my favorite person. But
here we go. Behind every bad box is a good man. All the points ring true.
But it does not change your value as a person. My value is not raised because he is my husband or I am his wife. The same way my value is not less because I'm not a mother and I don't have children yet.
I don't have children yet. There's the delusion, guys. She still thinks she'll be able to conceive. So, what did her husband get out of this? A pretty face? A woman in pain? A woman cannot give him children yet.
Those things do not dictate my value. I know that it's so easy, especially when you have fertility issues or you're feeling insecure.
Hello, what I just tell y'all. Hello, you got a good man, but you have fertility issues. How's that supposed to be cool? How's he supposed to say he got a good deal?
About your appearance, you know, to be harder on yourself because maybe you're not in a relationship and that's not seeming to work out for you, or maybe you're having fertility problems and you can't conceive, so you're feeling like less of a woman. Cut all that out. Your value as a woman, as a human being, is not determined by somebody else's life. Only yours. By the way, if anybody is wondering, I got this robe from Target. It was all day on my birthday, a little bit, if you have PCOS. And again, this could be true for many women, not just women with PCOS. But if you have PCOS, we talking to each other, okay? PCOS, in its simplest form, is a hormone imbalance, right? And when your hormones are all out of whack, as it normally does when I wash it, my skin doesn't look as bad as it could. I'm not feeling too bad today. I'm having a good day. If you're having a hard time and you notice that you do, give yourself the day. Okay? Give yourself the day. You know that you're not feeling your best. Give yourself the day to just get over it. Work through it. Feel sorry for yourself if you need to for the rest of the day.
Let's move on. I got a lot of cooking, but you guys get it. Men are not the problem, guys. Once you guys figure that part out, you'll understand. Look, we ain't did shit to these bitches, dog. They fucked up without us.
Where you fit in society, about who might be attracted to you when you start looking for. When it comes to PCOS, I think something that's not talked about openly enough is just how unfeminine it can make you feel as a woman. You know, like from the facial hair it can bring. You can have the big belly because of the insulin resistance. And then if you're struggling with fertility because of the PCOS, if you're not getting your periods even, it's so easy for you to not feel like a feminine woman. It really can really get you down about how your body looks, about kind of where you fit in society, about who might be attracted to you when you start looking for a partner. It's a hard thing to deal with. I mean, these are symptoms that we all know and are well documented to be a part of the PCOS experience for many women. But just the thought and feeling of, I feel like less of a woman because I'm not getting my period, because whatever.
So when you hear that other woman trying to hype women up, you understand me? When you hear that other woman trying to hype women up, this is the real story.
This experience for many women, but just the thought and feeling of, I feel like less of a woman because I'm not getting my period, because whatever. I just don't feel like the impact of that is spoken about enough because it is rough. I hate to say it because I'm not perfect at all. The only time I started to actually feel a bit better about myself was when I started losing large amounts of weight. And I hate that. I hate that it had to come to me losing weight and getting a regular period for me to start feeling not even good, but okay about my body. That's just not how it should be. it's almost as if people feel embarrassed to admit that their femininity feels a bit compromised because of PCOS. It's such a common condition, but I think that's just one aspect that a lot of people don't like to talk about. The thing is, I'm not even coming on here to give you some sort of cure or remedy for it or something that can help, because it's something that I struggle with. And as I said, the only time I started to feel slightly better about myself, not even 100%, was when I started losing a bit of weight. And I don't want that for other people. I want people to feel good at every single stage of their PCOS journey. And I want people to focus more on how they feel rather than how they look when it comes to the journey. Because feeling less anxious, feeling like you're not hungry all the time, feeling like you have more energy, feeling like, oh, I'm so glad my period's coming regularly. Those are huge wins and milestones, but it's as if a lot of people can't enjoy it unless it also comes with the physical weight loss, unless it also comes with the physical, my facial hair's going down. And I just hate that. I don't want that for people, because for years.
Here you go, guys. You're going to learn about this PCOS today. Bernie, we're going to talk about all that in a minute. Let me cook, pimpin'. My brothers need to know. My brothers need to see what's going on. I want my brothers always to be informed about this box, about this black woman that does nothing but lie and try to shame my black brothers like they are handling themselves, like they are doing what they need to do. Oh, God. Let me stop this bullshit. Let me stop, son. Let me stop. You understand me, fellas? These bitches just need some nut on. Oh, come on, man. Sheesh. They can't get away from us, King. We does this. Ain't nothing you women can do. See, because we don't care about what you doing. We're chasing box. So the box leads us here. I keep telling y'all, once you can figure out the pussy, you can start going to like mental spaces and everything when it comes to these bitches. You hear me? You'll start finding out they're really out here contaminating themselves. You hear me? In a, how they say, in a real way. In a real way, son. So we always say, hey, if a woman has to shave her face because of the count of her pussy, is that a happy woman? You understand? That's all we try to put two and two together. We be like, well, damn, if a woman has to shave her face, is she happy? You know? Y'all niggas are crazy, man. Y'all niggas are crazy. We don't do this to try to disrespect anyone. They doing all that. All they got to do is bring home a dude hanging at the corner. Right. They don't have to try to act like they're good women that deserve this man. They don't even have to do all of that. They could just be who they are. And let the women who don't grow beards and all of that stuff have the good men. That's what I want. I want these bitches to have what they supposed to get, and I want the pure, wholesome women and fertile to be with the good men. That's all I'm asking for, pimp. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be rough about this or anything. Once you realize that when you see all these different maneuvers, this is based on the box. Don't think that it's not. Listen, when you go outside and you see women and all this wild shit, you look in their face. Oh, this bitch got a couple strands of hair, or she got like this peach fuzz and all this wild shit. I mean, they will try anything to try to be like these white women instead of just being who they are so they could, well, they're all ours anyway, but we don't even want them like that now, but they know what it is. If men knew who they really were, from the irresponsible diet, the irresponsible use of the pussy, the irresponsible everything, all of that shit is coming home to roost on them, son. Ah, my fault. Y'all niggas see what it is.
Now is the point where we're gonna go hop in the shower. If you found this helpful, make sure you like and follow for part 2. If you're a white girl and your mama didn't teach you hygiene, so you end up low-key kind of smelly halfway through the day and your self-esteem is in the toilet, then welcome to my page and let's be besties. I'm going to show you all of
8% of women have called themselves fat. 27% of us have been struggling with bad body image since before we're 10 years old. The average person spends 2.5 hours a day in social media. Every time we open this app, we're bombarded with messages that were never enough, never thin enough, thick enough, fashionable enough, mother enough, tough enough.
Hey, my beautiful people.
Damn.
So I wanted to
Sheesh. You serious?
Hey, my beautiful people. So I wanted to I guess bring up something that hasn't been talked about in a while. Y'all do hear me mention it every now and then. For those of y'all who don't know, I suffer from a hormonal disorder.
What?
That, is known as polycystic ovarian syndrome. Also
Unfucking believable.
And it causes facial hair. It causes hair actually all over my body.
This is not a dude?
Not pleasant as a woman. It also thins out the hair on your head. One of the reasons why I love this color is because sometimes you can't see where my hair is thinning at because of that color.
Unbelievable.
Other issues like infertility, rapid weight gain, issues with your sugar and your blood pressure. A lot of things happen when women are dealing with PCOS, and some of us don't have the same symptoms. Some of us have all the same symptoms. It's different for every woman. Also, if you didn't know, the last time the studies were done or research was done, it's either 1 in every 3 women or 1 in every 4 women will have it and not even be diagnosed. And some that are being diagnosed are being misdiagnosed. Please understand that everybody walking life with PCOS is different. I know plenty of beautiful women who rock their mustaches and their beards, and they are beautiful with them and they are proud. However, I am not one of those women. My skin is extra sensitive, so where I need to shave every day, I can't shave every day. I have to exfoliate in between. I have to allow my skin and anything that is flared up to kind of die down and rest before I can shave again. Yes, I have tried waxing. I have a very serious outbreak every time I wax, even when I wax my eyebrows. So the shaving is just a little bit more tolerable to my skin, but I still have to wait until my skin is ready to endure me shaving again. So when y'all see me and I'm not looking the best to y'all, I have a filter on, and this is what you see. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. And the scars from the years of shaving, the years of outbreaks, and my skin repairing itself and healing it, and it just looks like my face is dirty. You got 2 options. You can continue to enjoy my posts, my blogs, my videos, and interact in a positive way. You can pass on the fuck by or block me.
Damn.
And that's pretty much it. The negative comments will not be tolerated. This is a positive space over here for me to express my journey in everyday life.
Damn.
But if you don't have anything nice to say or any good advice to give, then I have no fucks to give. So get the fuck on. Peace out.
See what that bad boxer make them be like?
This is such a good point. I started developing this when I was like
not even a teen yet, like a tween, really, right before teen. And, you know, you grow up as a kid with this, a teenager, especially a female on top of that, being teased, and your self-esteem just drops. And, you know, you think you're alone, nobody around to help you, nobody to guide you, and your emotion plays with you. It does. I suffer from depression up to this day. And as a teen, a kid really, I had suicidal tendency. I attempted suicide once. But for many, many, many years, I was self-damaging. I was a cutter. I would destroy my own self physically. Whether that means, you know, obviously cutter. Cutting myself, hitting myself with hard objects. That is something I did a lot to distract myself from other pain, the emotional pain. So yes, this is very much true. And as an adult, I don't do any of that to myself. That's number one. I don't, but I still put myself in that category of a cutter, of somebody who self-destruct their own body. You know, words make sense to me. I know. Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Trying to tell y'all something. The box makes them go crazy, son.
It's such a weird space to like be somebody known for body positivity, but wanting to change so many things about yourself. I really wanted to create a safe space with the PCOS Baddie Club. And I want to be honest, there's a few.
I wanted to create a safe space with the PCOS Baddie Club. Yo, you niggas support the show. What's good, man? Yo, I wanted to create a safe space with the PCOS Baddie Club. Well, why don't you bring it out so the guys know?
With the PCOS Baddie Club. And I want to be honest, there's a few things about me that I absolutely hate and that I would definitely want to change. There's a fine line between
brothers. You've never done anything to these women, brothers. They've been having these problems in their lives way before you came along, Pimper. And you know they run Victim Olympics. Okay? So when this is a big secret, this is something they could play on you, running laps around you. You see? They don't want men to be a part of the PCOS Baddie Club. Then you can identify them.
hating yourself and not liking something that's on your body.
But I teach you, brothers. They are dealing with stuff within themselves. But look, they dress nice and we still say, Mom, you got a nice rack. You understand? So they, you know, can play around with us. We're not having it anymore. We know you. We know what you did last summer.
Do not like my stomach. I hate it. I have the PCOS overhang hormonal belly. Absolutely.
I have the PCOS hormonal overhang belly. I have the PCOS hormonal overhang belly. You telling men that when you meet them? You telling the fucking internet? You telling the man that's trying to get this box so he could be like, oh, no problem. I'm gonna still get this box. But hey, you can't be trying to monitor my eggplant. You got the PCOS hormonal overhang belly, right?
Kind of had it. It's just something that I've always had. I absolutely hate my
HD Live. Yeah, son. Yo. Any questions, class? Any questions like HD asking? So she cut herself because of her bad box. HD Live, all you do is disrespect me and laugh at me. And when I tell you how far this box situation goes, all you do is try to laugh at me and play and say, yo, Prince, you trying to, yeah, son, trying to tell you.
Back rolls. I barely ever show my back. I have a beautiful tattoo that is a tribute to my dad, and I would love to show it off more often, but I absolutely hate my back rolls so much. So there's a few things that I do not like about myself. but that does not give myself permission to hate myself. You can love yourself through the journey of working on the things that you want to change about yourself. It is safe to not like things about yourself. You don't.
HD Live, what's good? All right, let me know when you're ready, son.
Don't always have to embrace the things that you don't like. There's all this body positivity movement, like, well, just love your roles, just love your this, just love your that. And yes, of course, love yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Brothers, I'm just trying to teach you where the box leads women that talk shit to us black brothers. You understand? That's all I'm saying.
Do you know what? So I have always been on a diet.
What we doing? What we doing?
I've recently
Hold
done
on.
something that
I made a video a while ago about what it realistically is kind of like when you have PCOS as a 23-year-old, when like you don't see a lot of people talking about PCOS. And I'm gonna show y'all one of my realities. So as you can see, as the camera focuses, this is my face right now. That is hair. This is hair. That's also hair. Oh, maybe.
So HD Live, do you have any questions about PCOS?
Man, only question I got is how much time they gotta cut that shit. Like, how many is it? Twice a month? Once a month?
How many times
like
do you gotta
bar?
get a haircut?
At least twice. At least twice a month.
Same there. Same there.
All right, so I guess my only question is, like the brother said, like, why do I never hear these women talk about cures? There's always just things to doctor it up, hide it,
right.
Act like it ain't there. See, like you said, it is cures, but is they disciplined enough to abide by it? You know, it takes a lot to reverse what you done did to your body. You know what I mean? I'm thinking so, like, probably gotta eat good, eat better, drink certain things. You know, let the pussy cultivate all over again.
Smart man. But check this out real quick for you guys.
Yeah.
Listen up. Try to teach you niggas, B.
PCOS, you can only manage it. PCOS, you cannot cure PCOS.
Can we get that established?
That's crazy.
Can you hear it?
I just heard it.
All right, let's go.
You cannot cure PCOS. You can only manage it. We're going to say it again. You cannot cure PCOS. You can only manage it. PCOS describes a set of symptoms that arise from a genetic mutation. And if you have all but one type of PCOS, that means that genetic mutation prompts you to produce more androgens. You cannot cure that. You cannot cure that.
Hold the fuck up. Let me ask you.
What is the genetic mutation?
Let me ask you this question. Before you do that, let me ask you this question. What do you think about the other woman saying she has a tribute of her dad tattoo on her back? What do you think about her putting her dad on her back besides her front? What do you think about that?
But she dedicated her dad
with
illness.
A tattoo on
so
her
what
back.
she trying to say that he gave her the illness or something? Like, what she trying to play it off? Like,
No. So if you put a tattoo of your daughter or your mom's or something, where would you put it hypothetically? Quick.
On my side, like my arm. I don't know. Like,
right. She put it on her back.
Because that's her. Basically showing that he got her back. He the only man that got her back.
That's a good way to spin it. That's a good way to spin it. But guess what's the problem? You know what the problem was?
She had a husband.
No, she's overweight and she don't like to wear her back out because she got a big back. So she like, yo, I'm gonna
shit.
Yo, that shit is wild.
Hold up. So she was talking about the tat, but she wasn't showing the tat because she fat.
Right.
So she just talking about it. Like I would show it to you, but you know, I ain't letting y'all see my big ass back.
Right.
Hey,
A person like you wouldn't even put it back there when you had to answer real quick. You said my arm on my side or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But I understand.
Listen, man,
you put a good spin on it. Like her dad got her back. That was a good.
I'm telling you, that's why she did it. I'm telling you, bro. The sad part is they not keeping it real on how they get these mutations. Stop being vague. Like you wasn't out here taking birth control. You wasn't out here because she looked like a decent chick. So I'm pretty sure you was out here young with it, taking birth. Because I'm getting sick of them talking about, oh yeah, when I was a teenager. That you don't get that shit when you a teenager. That bad vibes don't happen to like 18, 19, 20, 21. I guess you know the whatever you take in birth control take effect. It takes a while for it to affect your body.
Hold on. Now you are right, but a lot of this is passed down through hereditary.
Oh, so a lot of this is natural. It is natural. Like they could just wake up one day. Well, what? All right, so they could just wake up one day and shit start growing. Like if they not dieting right, if they not, I guess.
Right.
Oh, so they ain't keeping their iron good. Basically, if they ain't taking vitamins and doing things they supposed to do, their body start radioactive and start.
Right.
So basically, they're basically a constant nuclear reactor like the Simpsons, and they gotta constantly be doing maintenance basically to keep the reactor cool. And if they don't do it, then the reactor gonna blow the fuck up. And that's what's happening. They acting like they don't want to handle they reactable pussy. Like they just letting this shit hit to the highest limit before it blows. Like
well, no, you almost right. But for everything that I teach you, they let it blow, then they go to the hospital to get it fixed. So they go all the way.
But who winds up fixing it though? Who winds up fixing it? The husband, the insurance, the good man with the job that didn't know she fleeced me for his insurance, tens of thousands of freezing eggs and yeah. So I don't know. Maybe some of them be paying for it. I'm pretty.
Everything's included. Everything's included.
But where do they get the money from? That's all I'm saying. Who really got to pay for this shit? Who really paying for this shit? Like, is it the men that
they will pay for it to make sure that they can still rock with men.
Right.
You understand?
Right. So yeah, man, this is just an overall scam. This with everything. Them owing money for college. Them owing money for this, for that. This is no wonder.
True. Some people said, I have a video where the woman said a lot of women, she might be the one that says it, that a lot of women go into hospital debt for this shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. So just imagine you gotta help a chick get her good box. Like, come on, bro. Who got time for that shit? They're not wrong to just leave. So basically, if a chick pop up at, I'm a year or two with her, and she just pop up out of nowhere talking about, oh, well, I kind of been dealing with this situation. Would I be wrong to just be like, well, do that mean you can have kids? Oh, well, maybe not. Like, depending on the certain treatment we do. Like, come on, dude. Certain. Fuck you mean certain treatment, bitch? I got bills out here, bitch. Fuck you mean when I that money, I can use that money, find me a new upstanding young fresh joint. Fuck you mean? Treatment. Fuck out there. Fuck out. That's like it's like a nigga, bro.
Hey, yo, son,
shit ain't right, bro.
Yo, son, that bitch be like, yeah, we can look into this treatment. That's
fuck you
up.
mean.
That's fucked up.
Fuck you mean treatment? Oh, you got insurance.
Now listen, when we say women hit the wall, this is what we're talking about. We're not really talking about looks. We're talking about the wall.
Right.
There is no cure. There is no cure.
Right.
You understand? So I don't know why these women have been programmed so wrong. Hold on.
And if you have all but one type of PCOS, supplementation prompts you to produce more androgens. You cannot cure that. You cannot cure that. You can manage it with medications, you can manage it through lifestyle, but there is no cure. Anyone who says they're trying to cure PCOS, they're trying to scam you out your money. You can't cure PCOS. You can't. You either take some pills or change your lifestyle or do a combination of both.
Now, do you think they will change their lifestyle, HD Live?
Listen, dude. Hell no, dog. Listen, dude. Listen.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you cook. So, do you think they will take the pills and try to do a masking fix?
Which is going to continue to fucking, because them pills got side effects too. They need natural remedies, natural
But you said
pussy cultivate. You know why? Because it's not that they won't.
Let me ask you a question.
It costs too much. They got it.
That was a trick. Let me ask you a more serious question. Have you ever heard black women say, "Oh, white people don't season their food and stuff like that"? Have you ever heard that?
Right. That's the excuse they use, putting all type of sodium and all type of shit in their food. But yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. They don't naturally know how to use flavors from peppers, spicy peppers. Like, it's shit you could do where you don't even need salt and sodium and all that none of that shit. And this is what they lost. They lost how to cook, like, they lost how to cook with the vegetables, the herbs, the spices, so all they do is eat out and waste their money on eating out. Then when it's time to buy yogurt, cause like, man, I learned, listen, there's no way in hell I know as a man that if a chick eat yogurt, that's a thing that they use to collect all the bad bacteria in your pussy, and then that's why chicks that eat yogurt be nutting. Not to be on no nasty shit, but that's why they be nutting easy, because they eat yogurt and shit like that the shit comes out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if I know that, how many chicks you know out here eating yogurt? These fat ass bitches ain't eat no yogurt. Know what I mean? Like, so it's just little shit like that they could do that could just help their pussy, and they don't even do that. You think that bitch gonna eat fruit, vegetables, or she gonna go get some chips? She gonna go get a hamburger, a hot dog. You think she gonna eat you know what I mean? It's like, all you gotta do is substitute shit.
Brother,
come on, man.
Brother, do you think they will do it?
Some of them, bro. Some of them. I believe some. I believe the ones you get early, the ones you catch like 22, 21, you tell them, hey, I'm concerned about you if you got good box or not. You might have a joke with them. Have a little, you know what I mean? Have a little joke with them, like, yo, I'm concerned about you, you know what I mean?
Yo, you crazy.
Listen, I know how to bring it up. My ex used to go through this sucker shit. Like, bad little light skin, yellow bone, but she used to say little shit like hinting to me like, I definitely seen the whiskers. Definitely seen the whiskers towards the end of my relationship. Definitely seen them coming out of her. She definitely had masculine energy, but she one of them little light-skinned chicks, think she cute and undercover be mean girl, then, in front of people she a victim and all that, none of that shit. So, but at the end of the day, she used to eat the yogurt. She used to drink the lime water with the lime pills in it that helps with your skin. She put me on that shit, you know what I mean? She used to do that, but then after a while though, like all chicks, they get lazy. When I first met her, I was in track and field. She, what she was. But 3 years into the relationship, I don't see the same chick. Not saying she was getting fat, but I'm just saying you falling off when you're disciplined. When I first met you used to work out, boom, bang, do your little squats, So it's just like they just think they ain't never gotta stay on their toes, dog. That's why I like this shit. Niggas just gotta keep these chicks on their toes. Like, I don't know, man. I just figured brothers just have fun, keep having fun with these bitches. I'm not fucking with no bitch with no whiskers. That shit is out of the question.
I think that's really discouraging
gaslighting. I think that's harmful to women to tell them that there's nothing that they can do. For a lot of women, they're told by their doctors to just lose weight. And I know how frustrating that can be because weight gain is both a risk factor.
Yeah, all that seafood, they love that shit.
Yo, chill. Listen.
So the good news is PCOS can be managed. Yay. So once it's been diagnosed or once you notice any of this, just know that you need to run to your doctor as long as it's been.
I just want to show you the box, man. These people got it bad.
I literally have 1,000-something comments. That's how it just feels. But this one stood out because she's absolutely correct. When it comes to PCOS, there's no cure. The only thing you're able to do is reverse your symptoms so that your symptoms are controlling your livelihood. This is my first time actually trying this flavor.
Now you guys understand.
What is the point of this? Is they looking for sympathy? They looking for donations? Like, if you can't get rid of it, what are y'all coming on here telling us for? Like, y'all don't want us to help you with it because you're gonna get mad or get all defensive. So it's like you don't really want to tell us how you got it. You just want to say you woke up one day. You don't want to say it was passed down. You don't want to say it came from side effects. So
brother,
it's like,
listen. It's because it leads to infertility.
right. So why they not going to the doctors, holding these motherfuckers accountable? Like, yo, y'all fucked our pussy up. Like, why they got? You get what I'm saying? Like, is it because
no,
you?
Can I answer the question?
Well, you said some of them get it naturally. So
No. Let me answer the question. Let me tell you why. Because niggas still gonna fuck them because niggas don't know. So they still get to play the same game and try to fix it on the back end. You understand? And that's why I say bitches,
so basically,
bitches will fuck you in discomfort.
So basically, we don't know if they got it naturally or through their own doing. So they can always play victim.
Because they live such a tornado lifestyle. You understand?
So they can always play victim and be like, I don't know how I got this.
No,
so can
it
you help
doesn't
me?
matter. See, that don't matter. The point is, now that I know you have it, I have a choice to either treat you how you want to be treated or don't fuck with you at all.
Yo, this shit feel like some this is the same level of a chick find out her man got a sexual assault charge. You gotta really think about this thing. Like, hold up, dog. You got what? What the fuck that even mean? Like, do it hurt when I'm in you? So you mean it hurt when I'm in you sometimes?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
But
man
they
want
won't
to
tell you that. They won't never tell you that. You understand?
But the minute they do tell us, all that's going, they like, so all this time that shit been hurting.
And that's after that's after the bitch is in the hospital somewhere and you care about the bitch.
Right, about to die and shit.
Right.
Now you looking like a jerk.
Right.
If you go with the sister, wow, that's why a lot of these bitches these niggas be leaving for the sister. The chick be like, I was on my deathbed and my sister took. That's because the sister told him like, yo, she been new, bro.
All right, let's play this video.
Yeah.
My PCOS is back, baby. So I went to the dyno the other week. That's the original video to put this comment. And I had just a regular pep smear. Came back abnormal. That's a whole nother video. Haven't opened up about that yet because I wanted to just see what was going on. And we'll save that. Let's talk about PCOS today. She's back. She's back, baby.
Hell, she got bad by trying to dress it up.
I had an ultrasound done this morning, and they did it from the top, and she saw my right ovary was a little bigger. It's always the right ovary. And then she did the inserted sonography ultrasound.
Hold on. Just want niggas to really understand what you see, when you see it, how you see it, as you see it.
PCOS, y'all, I'm fucking tired. This shit will drain you mentally. I feel like I got some shit that I can't get rid of. PCOS, y'all, I'm fucking tired. This shit will drain you mentally, emotionally, physically, bitch, all of that. It's just like, it's just a really, really, really draining thing to have.
Right, plain. That's a sociopath because you see what the real tone is. This the real tone. Check it out.
The first time I was told I had PCOS, it was literally 2 months after I got on the depot shot. And that's the shot that go on your arm or either on.
You know what the depot shot is, HD Live? HD Live, we called you to the front of the class. Do you know what the depot shot is?
Hell yeah, that's the injected birth control, depot Jones.
Praise Jesus, man. Praise Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my nigga.
Bro,
That's my
lost
nigga.
my virginity.
Go ahead.
Nah, dead ass, bro. Like, I ain't lose my virginity. I was 16, but I definitely was playing around, humping on chicks and shit, 12, 11 and shit, whatever. But at the end of the day, I just learned early in the game, like, once I was 13 and saw my little 12-year-old little crush I had a little crush on this 12-year-old. I swore the chick never could come outside because, you know, she looked a little pretty. Whatever. Man, this chick was sneaking niggas in the whole time, right? Born when the parents was away, right? So I'm like, man, this is bullshit. Like, hell nah. Like, make all so short. Took me like 6 months to get the little lady. Sneak me in, bro. Man, she get me in the crib. I'm like 14, 15. I mean, she all laying on the bed like a little fit. I'm like, man, get the fuck. I got the fuck about her. Like, she all stuck like a board. You know how they be all scared and shit. I'm like, man. And then this is like, I just learned from then, like, bro, I ain't nothing to these chicks. I'm just gonna have fun with these chicks. They doing too much, even at an early age.
So hold on, let me
Shit
get this
crazy.
straight. So she looked like what? What did she look like when she was laying on the bed?
He hands all to the side. I'm just like, I'm a young dude. Like, I'm
What was your
14.
thought?
Like,
What did you think at the time? What was your thought?
that she trying to be grown and she ain't ready.
Okay.
You ain't ready to get this. You
So
ain't
hold
ready
on.
to do
So
what
when
you
you say she wasn't ready, what do you mean?
like. She mentally she thought she was ready, but once you know I started touching on her, feeling on her, she got all scared and tensed up, started tensing up on the bed. You know what I mean? Because I guess I don't know if she was scared to get caught, but then when I got on the bed and I saw her hands all together, feet all closed, I'm like, ah, nah, come on, shorty. Like, I'm thinking you one of these little thotties that be ready. Like, you
Hold
wanted me to do the whole.
hold on. You didn't have no pussy before this.
Nah.
Hold
But I used to just, yeah.
Hold on. So you didn't know to say, yo, open your legs, right?
Well, technically I did because I used to suck. Man, when I was 5 years old, man, I used to have this chick. That's another story,
Bro, yeah, let's do this story.
yeah, I used to experiment, but with this chick or whatever. But that's so I knew women like sex. Don't get it twisted. I knew, like, you know what I mean. Like I had
But did you tell her to
crushes
open
that.
her legs?
Yeah, I was trying to move them all over. Like, listen, shit. I'm now what I had known how to penetrate on, I don't know, but she ain't even give me a chance to get to all that. Like, 'cause she was all scared.
Right.
She was all scared of shit. So I realized as a man, I realized as a kid then, like, wow, this ain't how women, if a woman wanted, she supposed to come a little bit more, you know, a little bit more, into it. Like, you feel me? So I don't want to hear that when niggas be like, man, I don't know if she wanted it or not. Man, or the chick be saying, he ain't know that I ain't want it. Like, come on, shorty, you gonna let us know if you wanted it or not. Like, right here, that as you get older, I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right. All right, let's
yeah,
go.
man.
Let's go.
Man, I was good. Everything was good. My periods was coming in good. I wasn't drained. You know, I had a lot of energy. My moods wasn't fucked up. Like, I was good, y'all. I got on it because I started having babies. And let me see, when was it? Because I want to be exact. I can't remember. I want to say it was after I had my third child. Yeah, got on that shit. And my weight, I was so sick.
Hey, God damn, they stomach be big as hell.
Fucking sick. And after I had my baby, I was so small. And I'm not the type of person that want to be small. There's nothing wrong with being small, but I just think like chunky, you know, like more meat on my body look better on me. You know, that's all.
That's a fucking lie, bro. See, yeah.
To have more of an appetite, you know. So I was eating, but I wasn't eating uncontrollably where I'd be on 600-pound life. Like I can control my eating. You know, I know how much I can eat and where to stop. But that shot does make you hungry. But okay, back to it. Got on that shot. I started eating. Okay, I got to the weight that I wanted to be, and I slowed it down. Now my periods. I wouldn't even have a period with the Depo shot. But that last month before you have to go get your, you know, you had to get it the shot 3 months, every 3 months. So that last month, when it's time for me to get the shot, I would bleed that whole month. I would bleed that whole month. So the point I had to go to the doctor and they had to give me another shot to stop the bleeding. So I said, fuck this shit. I won't even get back on that. Exactly 2 months in, they told me, oh, you have 2 cysts on your ovaries. These wasn't here before. You have PCOS. Now I see all the itty bitty hairs under the chin, all over the face. You know what I'm saying? Like not too major. I don't even, is it hirsutism? I don't have that, you know, and not to say anything bad about the girls that do, because I feel for y'all. Like that is too much. Having to wax that every day, it fucks with your confidence. Y'all are still beautiful. But I be scared. I ain't even gonna lie. I be really scared. Like, oh, I don't want that. You know, I don't want to go through that big change of having all that facial hair and everything else. I don't want to go through that. So when I see little hairs, I be like, oh my God, is this gonna turn into a full beard or full, you know, mustaches? What the fuck gonna happen? So I started seeing all those hairs and I'm plucking them. I still pluck hairs here, every fucking where, like little random hairs everywhere. It was that. And then they was like, well, we can't just remove them because they're not big enough. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I have to live this for the rest of my life, basically. Oh, take vitamins, do this. Oh. If they would just tell you, like on some real shit, if they would just tell you like, hey, you know, this can cause you to have this, maybe you should rethink. A lot of us would not get on that birth control shit. It's been, my baby almost one, she'll be 1 and 2 months. I have not had a period in 8 months. I'm angry at times. Like, bitch is terrible. I be having to go back like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I feel so bad.
They lying about being on birth control. They've been wanting to be on birth control. They always wanted to be on birth control because they parents knew they was out here fucking. So they lying. They full of shit.
The next minute.
Random thought, not a great thought, but a real thought. I was sitting here thinking about how I don't know what it's like to not feel my belly, my stomach, not a pregnant belly, I'm not pregnant, in my whole adult life.
One of the downsides of having PCOS that people don't talk about is how, because you know your hormones is so imbalanced, you would literally.
I hate having PCOS. I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired.
See, they try to monetize their bad pussy. You understand?
Exactly. Trying to get sympathy and donations. I ain't donating to that shit. I was not. And any man that do is a sucker.
On Snapchat
Straight
last night,
sucker.
I would not believe how many people reached out and was like, do you need a patient? What do you know? Can you help me? And it made me realize I'm gonna be a bomb-ass provider. I cannot wait to start practicing, y'all.
She can't wait to make money off all this bad pussy.
I saw a clip of a guy saying that PCOS is no excuse to be fat.
I don't know who they think gonna be paying for that. Oh, well, you know what? You be surprised, bro.
So this is for
You
my
be
fellow
surprised, bro.
sisters.
It'd be that one dude.
Anybody else die or want to die?
I can fix your box.
But my doctors, the ones that I have
Crazy.
experience with, were stupid. I suffered with PCOS for 5 years because I listened to my doctor. I went to the doctor at 19 and I said, these are my symptoms. My doctor said, take birth control. And I was like, you're a doctor, you know what's best. Okay. And I did it. And for 5 years, my symptoms got worse and worse and worse. So I went back to the doctor at 24 and finally was diagnosed. And the doctor was like, you have PCOS. And I was like, well, what can I do? And the doctor was like, continue taking birth control. There's nothing you can do. And I said no. I went home. I did some research on YouTube, did a little trying to read studies and understand.
You understand?
And what that meant.
Man, this shit is ridiculous. What we talking about now? So what they saying now? Like, they never knew. They never knew they was gonna have bad. Like, come on, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
Well, you got to understand that. You got to understand. So let's say they knew when they was a child. What happened was once they came out, say, after high school or whatever, what did the brothers do? We wanted your pussy. We don't know you ain't right. We young. You know what I'm saying? So they get to live their whole life with men chasing that pussy that's uneducated. And they can just live life regular, but, suffer in silence,
To talk about a subject
Oh, trust me. You know what to look for now.
I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So this is for people that are either thinking about going on birth control, or have any kind of like hormonal issues in a sense. So if you're not any of those categories, keep scrolling. But I wanted to come on here and talk about how I was on birth control for 6 years. I was on low estrogen, which by the way is like the worst birth control ever. Out of any of them, I feel like that's the worst one I've heard about. So I don't know why I didn't know that beforehand. But I was on it for 6 years. I went on it my senior year in school.
Go ahead, King.
Listen, and this is another thing too. It ain't just with black women. This is how you know they was put on birth control, because they all was fresh out here. They all was acting all extra out. You know what I mean? When they was growing up, their parents peeped it. All right, we're gonna put you on birth control. Y'all, we really can't trust you. Really don't trust you. So that just shows how much they ain't trust their daughters. But then it's like, instead of them saying, hey, my parents should have never got me on birth control, they keep trying to play it off like, see, because birth control wasn't really something they needed. It was a privilege. Get what I'm saying? It was something that could be used to bypass periods, and, chicks that was in the sports, they would take it to calm the cramps. So you took it on your own fruition. You took it on your own doing, bro. So don't say it now like, oh, I should have never took it. Like, it ain't had side effects. It had shit on the back of the motherfucker. It had the side effect on the back of the pill bottle, motherfucker. Like, we ain't gonna say it, act like this shit ain't tell your parents. You gotta blame your parents, doc. You gotta blame your mom, your dad.
Hold on.
Who didn't trust your ass.
Hold on.
Lightheaded, felt like I was gonna pass out, all the fun stuff. So I went on it, and about 2 years ago, a little less than 2 years ago, I decided to come off of it because I was in a serious relationship with my now fiance, and I was like,
you understand? Do you understand?
Basically saying I was trying to trap my fiance, so I stopped taking it, Like, that man don't know if he.
Now you get
that man don't. Yeah, that man don't know if he want to have a baby with you. You got all type of shit going on with your body. How you know I want to have a baby with you, girl? See, this is what they'll tell him. Now you supposed to tell the man, hey.
Only the Pussycat Facts report can reveal this. Hold on.
You know what? I'm just gonna come off of it and be safe. And the reason I came off of it was because for about.
Dang.
Okay, so you just got off the pill. You're finding it hard.
Guess that one won't play for now.
Post-birth control PCOS needs to be tackled a little differently than other forms of PCOS. Keep in mind, birth control pills are shutting down that communication from our brain to our ovaries, so we can experience some ovarian atrophy, where our ovaries literally shrink. Plus, this hormonal system has been turned off for sometimes decades. So first, we need to work with the body to turn those signals back on, and also deal with any insulin resistance that could have developed while on birth control pills, because synthetic hormones can make you more insulin resistant. Typically, I like to give it 3 months to let the body resume its natural cycles. And if after 3 months we're not seeing it, then I intervene. One of my top picks here is Vitex or Chase Tree Berry, with a dose somewhere around 100 to 200 milligrams dosed in the morning. But there are some instances where Vitex can actually make this worse. And this applies to all hormonal imbalances. And that's when LH
Sorry, man.
levels are high. So I like to tell
how to manage post-pill PCOS. I went through the PCOS types a couple of videos ago, so if you don't
All
know,
I keep hearing is.
then go back and watch
Go ahead.
I am now.
All I keep hearing is over-the-counter medicine this, over-the-counter medicine that. I don't hear no herbs or spices being talked about. I don't hear shit about eating different. Eating like this shit is sick. Y'all keep going to the doctors, putting more and more chemicals in you, thinking these chemicals gonna outweigh those chemicals. What the fuck are we talking about here? Like, this shit is crazy, bro.
Sorry, man.
This shit is crazy. Like, when they say something wrong with a man, what they say a man gotta do? He gotta stop eating right. He gotta start eating this. He gotta start eating greens. He gotta eat carrots. Maybe everything in the world a man gotta do is eat. He gotta stop with the sodium intake so he don't sweat as much. He gotta stop using deodorant because it's probably like all this other nut. But y'all don't gotta do nothing.
Hold on.
What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to help with the cramps? I need to know because this morning what I experienced was beyond me. I've never experienced such a thing, and I've been diagnosed since I was in high school. Hot flashes, passing out, the cramps. I've never had, like, my cramps are bad, but this felt like I was having a kid or something. Like I was having contractions, like I couldn't breathe. I never want to experience that again. My body was so hot to the point where I had to have like ice packs all over my body and a fan. I can't keep living my life like this. Like, what are y'all doing to help? I'm not doing the birth control, so please, I'm not doing the birth control. I did the chamomile tea. That makes me very tired. I cannot take that during the day.
Ma'am, get a man. See, but if you got a man, then you got to be indebted to him for giving a damn about you. Like, these people are sick, son. Get a man.
Hey, everybody. So it's been a minute. I haven't been on here in a long time, but I'm at my wit's end, and I needed to make a video about this because I feel like it's not being talked enough. And unless you find videos on TikTok or other platforms about PCOS, you don't really hear about it. And believe it or not, there are a lot of women, a lot of us who are dealing with this. So I'm here to rant. I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear about women issues, just scroll up. At this point, I need to vent because I am at my wit's end with this. My doctors will not prescribe me what I need for PCOS. They have said, oh, you can lose weight, you can eat regular, like eat better and do it naturally and it'll decrease. That was months ago. Now, I have been working out. As you can see, I am in great shape and I'm still going. Like, I am taking my health very serious, but my PCOS has not gotten better. If anything, it just seems like it's getting worse. And the doctors will not prescribe me what I need. And I've done all the tests. I've done all the physicals, and it shows that I need to either block my testosterone levels or I need to build up my estrogen levels. It literally says that. And yet my doctor will not do what needs to be done for me. Now,
You understand? It doesn't matter what they do. There's no cure. You know, it's like being cursed. So you got to get with a man early. Like, we respect the women who fleece men, because those are the last of the Mohicans. If the Pussycat Facts report gets out, they won't even be able to do that. You understand, HD Live?
Hell yeah. And the sad part, it's like you said, I don't even think men care, bro, because it's like you said, like, okay, you don't care if you find out, but look how much you done invested emotionally. Now, because let's keep it real. A lot of these dudes ain't got that heartless gene in them to be like, all right, well, you know, oh, we can't have nothing together. We ain't never gonna be nothing. and then be like, I'm out. You know what I mean? They ain't got it like that. They talk that good talk. But once I realized shit can't carry on my legacy, what's the point of us even like continuing? I mean, we could keep this on some casual shit, but like once I find out you can't have kids and I can nut all in you and you can't get back, listen, shorty, like it's like an unspoken rule, I think. You know what I mean?
That's why they don't tell you. That's why they don't tell you, pimp.
But it is signs though, and that's the thing. Men peep the signs when they look for the signs and ask certain questions if they see the signs, or just.
I think the winning formula for women nowadays is men don't really want kids like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was getting in the elevator yesterday. I saw this woman. She got this damn autistic, tall ass child. I said, "Damn,
bruh." Man, that's funny because when I was growing up in church, I was like 12 years old. I used to be the church, the choir director. You know what I mean? Big chunky John. She had a kid that she only brought, but single mom. I don't know if she was single mom. I know he ain't never come to church. She a whole goddamn choir director. And the kid had to been like 3, 4. Kid was just born, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm young, like, wonder where his dad at. Like, bro. One thing about me, my dad put me dealing with a lot of shit growing up. Like, told me how adults are supposed to act, like type shit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm seeing this choir director. I'm like, yo, why she always come in by herself with this kid? Yo, I know he kind of slow, but I don't know how slow. I don't know about autism and shit. You know what I mean? I know sometimes the kids say hi to me, sometimes he don't. He start tweaking. So I knew then, like, she's supposed to have a husband. Like, where her husband at? Nigga probably jump shit. He probably gave him that kid. He probably ain't like that. He's like, I ain't coming to church with you.
yeah, that happened. I tell that story all the time. That's what happens.
He said,
like, they hurt men's feelings way more than people know. Because we see from what you're learning from this video, from this class, is that you see that it's directly with the diet, and the independence and freedom gives them the ability to take birth control, other contaminants, and everything to spoil you themselves.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to speak on. The other girl, the big John, gonna say I look good with. I think I look better with meat on me, bro. I'm getting real sick of this mammy ass. You gotta take me because I'm fat. First of all, if y'all bras would have just did a little workout, did a little running every time you plopped out a kid seat, I'm getting sick of these chicks with these butts or these thighs thinking like,
hold on,
oh, I got a butt, so I
hold on.
Okay, can I actually ask you a question?
Listen to this shit.
I used to let people ask me a question. It's $5,000 to ask me a question, but I'm gonna let you ask one for free.
It's for me and the viewers. Hopefully they take this piece of advice because it's golden. You being a strong Black woman, like, what did you do to like become like, or to know who you are and your self-worth? Like, did you always know it, or did you have to find that, and how did you find it?
So I'm gonna say 2 things to this. I'm literally launching a course called Single as Fucking Worthy because I did this interview and I got so many emails, so many DMs, basically asking me that question right there. That question right there. And someone said
she stole from Kevin Sanders.
As in life, other people have come along, but my father is first. When I was a child, and I think he knew that the world would try to convince me to have a lower expectation for my life, for being a Black girl, for being a dark-skinned Black girl, for being from a small town in Waterbury, Connecticut, where a lot of people don't make it. Shout out to Shirley Roth, because she's from Waterbury, Connecticut. But it's not like a city you hear from a lot of people that do big things. So as a child,
exactly, she's a square from Connecticut, dog.
Just telling me I can be, you can be, don't listen to anybody. You can be whatever you want to be. And then when I started to express it and share it, like I remember in middle school, I said I wanted to be on television. And then somebody was like, you don't have the it factor. You can never be on TV. And the great thing of my dad, when they said that, it didn't even offend me. I was like, oh, so, okay, so just me and God got to have this vision, because my father really, he put the armor on me before the world could try to convince me otherwise. And this is why I've been sharing my dad like lately at different times. But after that, so that's the foundation. But now, I've come from radio and television, and I've interviewed every celebrity you could probably think of. And really, the secret sauce to every celebrity, no matter what
I don't remember one of them interviews.
and work hard. It's the smallest. Like you think it's this magical thing. No, Beyonce is a hard worker. And she believes in herself, and she's willing to work extremely hard.
And you never interviewed
what
them.
she wants to have, and that really has been the formula of all the successful people that I have interviewed over the last 20 years. But I think for Black women, and this is why I'm literally launching a course for this in itself, is I know what y'all don't know. You really are worthy, and people treat you the way you treat yourself. Like at the end of the day, if you're wondering, and that's why I always say law of attraction. But I want you to understand you can change your whole life if you just start with you, and then either people are going to start seeing you for who you are, or they're just going to fall off. Like either way, and you're going to be good either way. And I've always been an underdog. I love being the underdog because I always shock people. Like I shock people because no one expects me to do the things that I know I'm going to do. But I would say for you, really think about I'm going to launch it next week. Really think about getting involved in this course because I'm creating more than 15 videos. It's going to be a 6-week course to really break down and help women get back to their worth, because the internet is very loud and I'm very strong. So I know the shit that people say to me, but it bounces off. I know a lot of women are not as strong. So when a guy tells you you're not worthy, or a woman tells you you're not worthy for whatever reason, if you are not strong enough, you're going to believe that. And you cannot believe that because that person's miserable. And all misery does, this is one of the truest saying, misery wants company. Because
see that, fam? Now I showed you what's the real story with the box. And they'll go out here and play this stupid game. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, I heard when this chick blamed her dad. See, man, listen, bro. Getting sick of these little daddy's girls who grow up, and try to put it all on their pops on why they ain't married. My dad told me I was better than this. Fuck out of here, dog. I'm trying to hear that shit. You was the same bitch sucking dick in the back of a whip. Give a fuck. You was doing, man. Listen, bro.
Brother, don't you understand? We're not reproducing anymore because of all of that stuff.
So is this an agenda, or is this them just going down with the ship? Smite cutting their face to smite whatever they know, whatever the fuck you be saying. Like
right. Self-inflicted, right. Systemically programmed.
Well, ain't like 70 of them over 70% overweight anyway. So fuck, they doing me a favor. Cause I'll be damned.
Plus the box.
Right. Plus the PCF. Yeah. Bruh. Can't forget about that PCF, dog.
Right. So it's tough out here. And like I said,
bruh, do you know how sad? You know how my heart be hurting for people when I see brothers posted up, bro. I saw some nigga posted up in the Mercedes Benz. Of course, he was on the passenger or whatever. So he in the. Guess who driving the Mercedes? Big ass quiche, brother. I'll tell you, this bitch was. That's all they do. They try to front this life, getting some. I get the Benz, just so a nigga got respect me. I'm looking at this. I do that JTP out here. I work for the Department of Sand and shit, trying to get up in there, whatever. So I be up on the streets and shit. I just be going around sweeping and shit, trying whatever. Making my bones so they can make me permanent, whatever. So anyway, I just be seeing shit, bro. I been seeing these niggas walking with these chicks. Now, don't get me wrong, like you see some dudes out here walking with a baddie, but it's like every other block, I just catch one. I just catch a nigga walking with one. With a big bag.
What we call it in New York and in Harlem, and what we call it in New York, we call it every time you see a lot of relationships out here, you see the number 10. See like a slim dude and a round bitch. So you see like the number 10 when you walk through New York for the most part.
Oh shit. What's the fuck? Because I'm from Atlantic City. I've been out here 3 years. I ain't gonna stop. I heard about how y'all was letting these illegal immigrants come out here and spank y'all all type of ways for all type of motherfucking benefits. So I said, fuck that. I'm coming out there too, trying to get some housing or something. You know what I mean? Thank God that, believe it or not, I just made it into an apartment over here off of Adams and shit.
You lucky.
Thank God or whatever. But I've been like, yeah, so man, I'm out here now, man. But it's just one thing I don't understand is just the whole, like, with the men allowing these women to have this attitude they be having out here. It's crazy. It's like
It's
is
because
the men
men don't
scared
want
that?
children anymore. You know?
This is so, but that just continues the motherfucking. I guess as a man, you just gotta just find yours, man. Cause
Like
trying to
you
change.
don't got, like, it's funny because men are raise a female athlete before they raise a boy athlete, and then they don't want to have children to raise a boy athlete.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, when that boy, more than likely that unless that dad was in that boy life from. See, this whole thing about men not being in boys' lives, it's a setup. It's all a setup. Because at the end of the day, that lady probably made a decision once she found out if it was going to be a boy or girl. If it's a boy, I could use it against him to leverage him not having his legacy. If it's a girl, I can use that against him because he want to keep her safe. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they got a plan for any sex. It's sick. It's fucking sick, man. I just seen a fucking gender reveal where the chick ain't know who the dude was. They had a who's the father reveal plus the gender. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
You lying?
Fucking weirdo,
You
bro.
lying, nigga?
I swear to God, bro.
Where you
They
saw
had a
that?
who's the on one of these stupid ass Instagram reels and fields. Bro,
You lying?
bro, I'm blocked. Bro, I'm blocked. They blocked me because of your videos, bro. Posting your videos.
On where?
Bro, on Instagram, I'm blocked out of Instagram. They talk about the shit I done post to go against sexual rap. They try to say I'm sexual. The posters I'm posting, the video, because I swear to God, I don't be posting no creepy shit. All I do is I take y'all broadcasts, Tariq Nasheed. I might break down some people's shit, and I just make a little 2-minute, 3-minute clip. So if you go on, that's why I be trying to link you.
I found one.
You found one of mine, or you?
Nah, the father stuff.
Oh, all right, play it. I'm telling you, bro, they be kicking their dad under the bus. Oh, you found one. Oh yeah, I told you. This shit's sick, bro. They think this shit cute. Bro. Like, I'm getting sick of this shit. That's why they got, I'm sorry, bro. They gotta get skipped a generation, dog. It's sad to say. Real, bro. This shit's sick. They look at this goofy ass. They always got the niggas looking goofy. I always gotta have some goofy looking niggas like, fuck out of here. Have some balls, nigga. Stand on your own.
Yo, let the video play. Yeah. Yo, what type of shit what type of shit are you into, man?
I'll be catching all this shit. Dog. I be trying. That's why I was trying to like tag you in this shit before they got me blocked on Facebook and Instagram. Cause whatever I put on Instagram, it goes right to my Facebook. They is hating on me, bro. Niggas be flagging my shit. Bitches be flagging my shit. Mad. And I don't even be posting nothing crazy. It just be this real shit. Like, and then I guess they be looking like this nigga really had the nerve to post this shit. Like, I remember I posted that shit when you was talking about when you had Priscilla on there. And you was breaking her shit down like 2 months ago. I had like 3 clips of that shit, like 9 minutes worth of shit on there, like 3 minutes, because you can only make like 3-minute reels. Know what I mean? So, nigga, I had like 3 of those shit. That's all I do. I only do like 3, I don't chop up too much of your shit. But I just do like 2-3 reels. Man, them niggas I get at least like 200-300 views on each of them shits. But man, them niggas been flagging my shit. Now I'm blocked. I got like 170 days to appeal the shit, or they gonna take my IG. This is the second time my IG been hacked. First time Facebook, brother. They be hating this shit. But I love it. Love that they hate this shit. I'm trying to think of some other shit you could. pertaining to
you
the
saw
PCOS.
firsthand that stuff we talking about, they don't want that shit out there.
And you know what's sick? You right, bro. Other people is trying to figure out a way to talk about it, but because it's gonna make black women look reliable with their box. Because it's like, all right, at the end of the day, okay, some of y'all got this naturally, but a lot of y'all didn't. So what is y'all prepared to do, you know, for your body, my nigga? What is you prepared to do? It's like a junkie. You like a junkie. You addicted to this doing shit to your body. Like,
2 years. It's crazy to her. Like, she thinks back and she's like, why did I let myself suffer for that long? So yeah, so watching that, and she said that she was terrified. And I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. I was like, I will try anything. If you told me I have to go to the moon and come back, I would have done it all, because I was just so terrified. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get it done. And I was like really afraid. And then I read, because I also read like all the horror stories, I wanted to know like what's the worst that could happen. What's the best that could happen, you know? It's like, will they find gold in there? I don't want to suffer for longer, so I should just get it done. And then also, I recently went bridal shopping, and I was trying on all of these dresses, and I just kept, I don't know, I just looked, I felt like I didn't feel like I was in my body. And even just like bridal shopping aside, I'm wearing my clothes, but I was not feeling like I'm in my body. I felt like I'm in somebody else's body, or like I don't know, I just didn't feel one with my body, and I really want to feel one with my body again. Like, I want to look at myself and be like, this is me, this is my vessel of being on this earth. So yeah, just so I could feel like one with my body again, feel one with myself again, and also just so I can feel whole. Like, I was just thinking back again to Sri Lanka when I hiked Adam's Peak, and it's a pilgrimage. So it's a pilgrimage site in Sri Lanka, and I mentioned how all of these like old people were just passing me. That's how much out of breath I was. And to think that I was like going all of these places, doing all of these things, and my hemoglobin was at like 8. Yo, that's like dangerously low. That's super dangerously low. Like, even
that's
for
a
surgery,
waste of a
you
bad
can't get
box
surgery
right
if your
there. She
hemoglobin is
crazy.
that low. But even still, even if I decided back then, oh, I'm gonna do
Well, she said she went bridal shopping, so she fleeced somebody.
the surgery, my blood was so little that it would not have been enough. I still had to build it up. So, I slowly built it up by, taking iron tablets. And then there's, of course, this medicine that I had to take during my cycle, just so the flow is light. But knowing that I don't have to worry about this anymore, I'm like, whoop de whoop. I guess the only thing is just a scar, but, it happens. And I think another thing that made me, come to the decision that I'm like, I'm going to get it done. Just thinking, I'm like, so many babies are born every single day. Lots of people have to get C-sections done. These women, like, they did it. They got the C-section, and then they had to take care of a baby after. I just have to take care of me. All I'm going to do is play Candy Crush. I think I mentioned before that I joined some forums. I joined lots of forums. I joined a forum that's like specifically to Kenya, and then I also joined another forum that's like global, and it's on Facebook, and people are asking questions, and I was answering questions, and people were sharing their fears and the different procedures and everything that they went through. And I think just like reading other people's perspectives, learning, watching vlogs, I think I've spent hours on this. At this point, no, I was going to be like, at this point, I can be a doctor. I still don't know the third doctor that I visited. So the first, no thing. I didn't have a lot of confidence in her, and also because she wasn't a surgeon. She wasn't a surgeon, so like I was thinking I prefer to speak to someone who's actually doing the procedure rather than someone who is like, okay, did this, and then I refer you to this person. So happy. I'm like, I feel comfortable. And the doctor, of course, was coming in to check on me and everything. And I remember asking, I was like, okay, do I still have everything? How did everything go? And then they mentioned, but I still have to wait for the results, that they did see tiny specks, but they need to check if it's endometriosis or not. So they're going to check on that. But, they managed to get everything out. I think there were 10 from the picture. I'm not sure. I have to look at the picture again. They have to send me the photo so I can have a look at how many they were specifically, but they were big. Like, one of them was really big, the other both myself. I'm so curious to see if they weighed the fibroids themselves, but I did weigh myself. So before I left, I was 64.9 kgs, and then after
I don't try to gross nobody out.
Got home, 3.9 kgs. So I literally lost a kg, and I was like, I wonder.
My lord, I wonder.
Something that I didn't know about, but I think people should. I don't know. I feel like if I say this, it scares people, but it's not that. It's bad, but it's not that bad. But then because they put something in your throat to help you breathe during the operation, I think a few days or like a day after, my throat was starting to feel very irritated. I needed to cough, and coughing was. So if you hold a pillow on top, it makes coughing so much easier, because then it's like somebody was stabbing me. And in terms of pain, because I'm sure people are curious about the pain, so after the operation, I can say before they gave me more.
I mean, you guys understand, man.
Yeah, I understand. They need help. That's all I understand.
Come on, man.
Fuck that. Nah, bro, because they did it to themselves, bro. So you mean that this whole time, y'all all out here 6-figure this, nigga better have that? and y'all was dealing with a dilemma that could possibly not even help have us have a kid. So what we getting all this 6-figure shit for? If half y'all can't even have babies, 60%.
Like, fuck out of here. No, he's perfectly fine. Like he's Michael Phelps.
Watch this. Watch this.
Fertility, or that is actually a thing. But like I was saying, that's something that me and my husband was going through, and we were like, well, what's going on? And at one point we went and we both got checked out, and I don't know if there was an error or something, but the doctor was like, oh yeah, you're perfectly fine. Your husband has a low sperm count. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, yes, it's not me, but I'm still worried about him. So he goes and does a semen analysis again and get checked out, and they're like, oh no, he's perfectly fine. Like he's Michael Phelps of fertility. Like they're basically telling him like his sperm count is through the roof. So I don't know what the other doctor was talking about. So now I'm like, dang, it has to be me. Like something's wrong with me. Like what?
See that? See that? She wish it was him. She wish her box wasn't bad. And like I told you, I know somebody where his bitch took him to the sperm clinic and they was like, nah, it ain't him. you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how ruthless these people are. You know? So now she found out it was her with the bad box. And like I say, they always get a man. They know how to do it.
What's wrong with me? So we go to a fertility specialist in Atlanta, and they do just semen analysis again, and they tell me, okay, well, we're gonna do ultrasound and see what we see. So they do an ultrasound, and he's very, very quiet, and I'm like, okay, that can't be good. So he does the ultrasound, he doesn't tell us anything, and he calls us into his office. And the doctor basically just said, like, have you ever heard of PCOS? Like, this is what I saw, and this is something that can be preventing you from having a baby.
You understand? That's where her husband Jeff had to go find out. You understand?
Listen, man. See, I don't be beating the pussy up like that anyway. I'm the type of nigga, I be kind of already thinking these bitches got bad pussy. I be just, cause I'm the type, like, if I can't fill your walls,
bro, that Jeff married that woman, man.
Yeah, well, Jeff is done for. I can't worry. We can't focus on Jeff. We gotta speak for the brothers, the young brothers coming up. What they need to look for, what they need to feel for when they inside a bitch. What they need to look for, smell for. That's what we need to get the next generations. That way, the next generation can shame the the women they age. That way, this shit can start getting passed down because it's going to take for the young ones. I know they got enough balls on it. Whatever, they don't give a fuck. They be like, yo, like I'm talking about the 17, 18, 19, 20. You know what I mean? But they be playing games too fucking much, man. I don't fucking know, dog. This shit crazy, man. Keisha got these niggas mind warped. I don't know, dog.
Sorry, man. But yeah, we did our thing, man. We did good. I appreciate you for helping me out, man. You know.
Yo, what's the next topic, man? I was digging that ice shit you was doing.
Yeah, I do the ice when my gladiator comes home because we can't do the box. So I don't want the bitch eavesdropping and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we do the ice in the evening.
All right, man. I catch you. Listen, I got something coming to you on Cash App, man. I'm just waiting for my check to hit. Yeah, it should be hitting any time this week.
Love is
and
love.
I'm definitely gonna show support, man. I'm definitely gonna start showing support, but I don't know where your other channel at. You keep saying you got another channel. I don't know where that's at. Unless you're talking about the Prince Simp, I thought you changed that to this Modern Zen.
Nah, man, and I'm glad you don't have it because I don't want you to say it over here. So next time we go live, we're gonna come on the back chat like this, and then I'm gonna give it to you on the back chat because I don't want the haters to get our stuff. I want to get a fresh channel.
Man, listen, dog. Whatever I can do.
I know you don't have it because you'll be laughing at me by the name of it already. You would be laughing, and I don't want nobody laughing at me, man.
Listen, if you on TikTok, man, I gotta get you on TikTok so I can tag you in them clips because I can make the clips for TikTok too. I can put like 3 minutes in I can show you what you feel me.
And we could
and I'll start doing it.
Or whatever. Stitch.
Right. So next time you go live, I'll hit. We'll hit each other with all that.
All right.
All right, bro. Be safe.
One love.